let's go for auto sequence start. Last 10 seconds, so let's go for main engine start. Engine open.
Advance. Lift off confirmed. Lift off.
Roger, roll program.
Roger, roll, Challenger. Good roll, flight. Roger, good roll.
Throttle down at 94.
94.
Three at 65.
65. Fido. TDL confirmed throttle. Thank you.
Throttle up, 3 at 104.
Capcom, go at throttle up. Challenger, go at throttle up.
Roger, go at throttle up.
Fido, trajectory. Go ahead. Trajectory, Fido. Flight Fido, filter's got disconnecting sources. Here we go.
Flight GC, we've had negative contact, lost downlink.
Okay, all operators, watch your data carefully. Flight Fido, till we get stuff back, he's on his cue card for the board bulbs. Procedures, any help?
Negative, flight, no data.
Flight GC, negative downlink.
Copy. Flight Fido, go ahead. RSO reports vehicle exploded. Copy. Fido, can we get any reports from recovery forces?
Stand by.
JC, all operators, contingency procedures in effect. Fido flight,
Go ahead.
LSO and recovery forces, any contacts? We're working with the flight. Okay. Flight Fido for what it's worth, filter shows them on the water. Copy. Fido flight. Final flight. Go ahead. Did the RSOs have an impact point? Stand by. .64 north, 80.28 west. How does that stack with the solid recovery forces? Okay, everybody, stay off the telephones. Make sure you maintain all your data. Start pulling it together. Flight, final flight. Go ahead, sir. Are the LSOs on the loop? We can get them. Get them up on this loop, please.
On your up. Yes, sir. It's the LSO.
Okay, are there any forces headed out that way?
Yes, sir. DOD LSO reports that all SOC forces have been scrambled and they are on their way.
Okay, we have an ETA.
Negative, sir.
Booster flight.
Flight boost.
Did you see anything?
Nothing, sir. I looked at all the turbine temps are perfect, right on the prediction. All the red lines are in good shape.
Arm you?
We look good, fine.
Ecom. Ecom flight.
Right, Ecom, we look normal.
DPS.
All our data's normal.
Prop.
Everything looked good, flight.
GNC.
Flight, the roll maneuver looks fine. What we saw that we were on our way decreasing roll rate as we lost data.
Copy.
That's probably a paramedic.
LSO flight.
Real flight. Ship's on the way, and we have a C-130 on the way out.
Roger.
Flight LSO.
Go ahead.
Jollies have not been cleared in yet. There's still debris coming down.
Copy. Who's controlling this operation, please?
The Star Force is out of Patrick.
Roger. Do we have a coordination loop with those people?
We're working with the SOC on DDMS cord right now. Flight LSO.
LSO?
Would you like us to try and get you over on DDMS cord also?
Yes, GSA flight.
Flight GC.
Take that loop into one of the playback loops, please. Internal to the building over.
I didn't copy what you said.
DDMS cord. Patch it into one of the playback loops, internal to the building.
Copy.
GSA flight.
Flight GC.
Checkpoint status. Have we taken one?
Negative.
Take one now.
Copy. All flight controllers, hold inputs, lock checkpoint in progress.
LSO flight.
LSO here, sir.
Any updates?
No, sir. No, sir. Nothing to report.
Okay, all operators, contingency plan copies are coming to each console position. If you have an FCOH, you can start on the checklist page 27-4. That's page 27-4. Don't reconfigure your console. Take hard copies of all your displays. Make sure you protect any data source you have.
Flight LSO.
LSO.
Looks like about 50 minutes, 50 minutes before the helicopters are cleared in because of debris.
Minutes from what time, LSO?
Okay, from the time of the explosion.
And we'll be heading to the scene to pick up any of that debris. That's the status as I have it now, sir.
Thank you, LSO. ECOM, how you doing?
The boxes arrived, flight. I'm putting my stuff in it.
Okay.
Flight GC.
GC?
Okay, let's talk about the data products as far as the MOC and TPC and recorded telemetry and things of that nature. Do we want to bring that up and store it at this time, or is it something that we ought to delay in case somebody wants to come up with a playback? Once we get it into that room, it may be difficult to get the things back out making playbacks.
I assume in making copies there's some amount of risk.
Say that again, please.
In making copies of all these products, is there risk involved?
Not in destroying the original, I would not think.
Well, think ain't good enough.
No, there would not be any risk.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there's a large volume of data we're talking about here. We could record and copy the telemetry and things of that nature, but there's a lot of log tapes involved.
GC flight?
Flight GC.
Have all the standard products been generated?
Stand by just a second. That's negative. We went into a freeze, so there is some things that would be considered standard that has not been accomplished.
Let's expedite that. Let's get all the standard products list complete, at which point come to me, and I think what we'll want to do is take all the tapes you have and archive them somewheres, and we'll find out where.
Okay.
But let me know when you're complete with standard products.
Okay, great.
ECOM, your stuff down there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me an amber light. GNC.
Okay, flight, we are just finishing up annotating our strip charts, and we'll be then about done, so I give 5 to 10.
Okay. GC flight.
Flight GC.
Have you got a means of securing all these tapes we have?
Well, we're going to bring them all up, box them up, and store them in the action room. There is a small concern that it would be better to, say, impound those in a tape library section someplace as far as the environment.
Oh, I'm not arguing that. I'm not trying to talk you out of that. You tell me where the best place to archive it is.
Okay, it'll be, we'll figure out some way to keep them in the tape library downstairs then.
It's up to you.
Okay.
GC flight. Surgeon flight.
Flight surgeon.
Your stuff ready to go?
Just collating it now.
Okay.
Say again.
Flight ECOM.
ECOM.
Is it too late to ask for one more playback?
No, sir.
I'd just like to get a handle on crowd flow rates for historical purposes.
GC flight. GC flight.
Flight GC.
Norm, can we get another roll on that tape? From
L minus.
L-1.
Sorry, go on.
Flight Inco.
Go ahead.
A thought has occurred to me, and I've talked with GC. Normally the TPCs validate on a master frame basis. That says you have to have a full 1 second's frame of data before you process. It is possible to have them validate only on minor frames where you can look at each 100th second of data individually. And GC is setting up this playback to do that.
Okay.
Flight Fido.
Flight GNC.
GNC, you about there?
They're on their way up, flight.
Okay. Let me get everybody on the loop, green lights. Enco, you with us? GC flight.
Right,
Okay, we're going to start powering things down as best we can. All sites can be released at the current time. Okay.
Copy.
Okay, GC flight.
Flight GC.
Although we're releasing the sites, I guess we would like to maintain configuration at each of the sites as best we can.
Okay, I believe that can be arranged. One thing we'd like, it's already been requested from Goddard, is a 56 kilobit circuit between Goddard and Mila. It's only the COM end is what they're asking for. It's for it's for our Centaur test that's coming up.
Okay, but that will not basically change the configuration of that particular site, right? That's and by that I mean there's not a recon activity other than just a temporary switch of one line from one location to another. Somebody's not getting in there and changing the way the site works or anything like that.
That's right.
Okay, that's no problem.
Okay, so that takes care of the sites. All positions, Norm.
Say again, please.
All positions in the building, and this goes for all console operators, supporting today's activities are to be left in exactly the configuration they are in at the current time, including any maintenance work anticipated on that machinery.
Copy.
That also goes for the computers that were in support of the flight. Yes, sir. Now we're not asking for maintaining power status, but no configuration changes should be made. No maintenance should be made. Question is, are the sites released to do other supports?
They being Mila and PDL.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, that requires reconfiguration. That's the reason we asked. We're not going to do anything with software and all that kind of stuff, but they'll be reloading with the DPS or the DIP software and things like that. All the data has been, they've gone through that. All the data will be impounded and saved.
I'd let them support. The only thing we don't want to get involved in is anything that could not be reconstructed. In other words, if you got into changing DDD formats or DTE formats, changing COM loop configuration, you know, where the panel didn't even look the same, that's what you want to preclude. As far as software reconfiguration, it's not a problem. Here at the MCC, we don't want to do any activity for any subsequent launches in this building configuration today.
Okay.
But as far as Mila's concerned, rehooking up loops and things like that should be no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now, Norm, you're gearing up for this next playback?
Yes, we'd already have it rolling, but we are trying to go to minor frame, and we're going to allow 3 bits in there in a sync pattern. And
how long is this going to take?
It should be shortly. It should be a mid-entry.
Okay, but the run is real time?
Yes, it'll be the same thing you just looked at, and we'll bring it right on to mock, but it should allow data that's got some errors to get on through the mock if we got anything there.
Okay.
And flight, they're telling me they're ready to roll it now.
Okay, all operators, unless there are objections, we'll start this playback right now. GC?
Okay, we'll put it in work. Okay, all positions, it will be on playback 1, just as the last one was.
Copy.
Okay, all controller GC, we've started the playback. Flight, we did get something in extra.
What's that?
Excuse, disregard. Wrong time. Flight GC, looks like we did get maybe 1 second or 1 update more into the mock. We went to 13 seconds that time.
Anybody see anything, Booster?
We're looking fine.
Flight GNC.
Flight booster, nothing unusual.
Copy. Anybody else in the room? Our ecom, anything?
Nothing different from before flight.
Prop?
Nothing different, flight.
RMU?
We're still looking fine.
Okay. Let me have everybody on the loop, please. Amber lights. We're going to be releasing y'all very soon. The word is that there is no speculation and no discussion of anything that went on today with anybody outside a business environment. Make sure your back rooms know that, and be aware you stand a chance of being pressured by press. No comments, no speculation. We are not going to man with another team after this. Next activity is probably not going to take place until tomorrow morning. Y'all ought to be available starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for use as needed and as required. There are teams being put together. People on those teams will be notified by the leads of those teams. And that's about all I have. Stand by your consoles until we're sure we're ready to wrap this. Thank you. Okay, guys. Y'all got the speech on speculating. Y'all know tomorrow morning's the first time you will probably be required. We have your numbers. If you feel you're done, you're free to release your back rooms and leave.